If you're wanting to buy a home in 2025, there's more opportunities right now than there have been in years. We have the most homes within the past 5 years on the market. We have some of the lowest rates that we've seen within the past 10 months or so. Everything's just swinging towards the favor of buyers. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact things right now that are the biggest opportunities for buyers in the market. But first, I am a realtor here in Irvine. So if you are looking to buy, rent, or sell, make sure you reach out to me. All my information will be in the description below, but also put my number right here. That way you can easily give me a quick text or a call. But now we'll get back into the video. So number one, what's happening in the market? One of the best statistics that I've been throwing around right now is 44% of sellers are giving some form of concession to buyers. So what this means is, let's say you have $1 million home. If you offer $980, that's a price reduction. What a concession is you give them $1 million and you ask for $20,000 to cover closing costs or $20,000 to buy down your rate. Now, again, the percentage of this happening in today's market is 44% of the time. So 44% of the time, sellers are using their own money to help close their home and sell it. And on top of that, in a lot of scenarios, we're also seeing them come down on price as well. So in that same scenario, $1 million home, they get the $980, and they get $10,000, $20,000 in concessions where they can cover some, if not all, of their closing costs or buy down their interest rate to the rate that they want it to be. Number two is we're going to get more into detail of seller concessions and rate buy downs. So right now, we already established seller concessions are real. They're happening, and there's a great chance that you can get it done. Now, what do you do with this? Number one is you can use it to cover or lower your closing costs, so that's the upfront fee. On the buy side, normally it's between 2 and 5% of the total purchase price, so $1 million home, $20,000 to $50,000. You can cover some, if not all of that. So if you're struggling on the upfront cost of buying a home, you can have that a little bit alleviated. Now on the back side, on the monthly payments, let's say right now you're not comfortable with what your mortgage is. You're going to start making more money in the next couple of years, but right now you're squeezing it. What you can do is use the seller's money to prepay the interest on your loan to have a lower rate. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. The best one is a 3-2-1 buy down. So on the first year, it's 3% lower. So right now rates are hovering around 6.52. So year one, you have a 3.52 interest rate. You can do that right now in 2025. Next year, it's going to be 4.52. Third year, 5.52. And then in the fourth year, back to the 6.52. But the good part is right now we're having heavy anticipation of rates coming down, and you can just refi into that rate while having the even better rate now. So instead of waiting for rates to come down, you can buy now at a lower rate, and then when it's a permanent rate where you want it to be, you refi and you have today's price. It's literally one of the best things you can do right now. And also there's versions where you can do a 2-1 buy down, which is the same thing, but 2 years, 2%, 1%, 1 year. And then also you can do a permanent rate buy down, but with the market right now and what we're seeing in the volatility of mortgage interest rates, almost everyone's expecting them to come down. So I wouldn't do the purpose or permanent rate buy down just because you're probably going to buy it down to what rates are going to be in the next few months or so. And it costs a lot more money, so I wouldn't do that route. Number three is assumable mortgages. A government-backed loan, so whether it's a FHA or a VA, can sometimes be assumable. What that means is you, the buyer, assume the loan of the seller. You might be wondering, Ryan, if it's a VA loan, do I have to be VA? No. So let's say you have a house that's $500,000. They have a $250,000 loan. You can assume that $250,000 loan if you can cover the gap of the other $250,000. So you can either pay that cash or use another loan. And why you want to do this is you can assume a permanent loan of, let's say someone had a 2.9 from 2019, 2020, 2021. You can assume that loan forever for the rest of the loan when you reassume it. So you can right now get into that interest rate that you're wanting. And most people don't even know that that's a possible thing. You do have to have the money to cover it, but let's say on that home, 250 is left and you need to cover the gap. What you can do is pull out a second loan, and most times, sometimes it's not, but most times, even with that second loan at that higher interest rate, it's still going to end up being less than if you just bought the home regularly with the high rates that we have today. So I would definitely recommend talking to a professional first to sit a little bit more into that, but assumable loans are a fantastic way of saving as much money as possible right now. Number 4 is we're having more homes on the market. Within the past 5 years, we have the highest inventory, and they're sitting on the market longer. So what does that mean? You have more to choose from. You don't feel so cornered into purchasing one home. Like in the 2020, 21, 22 seasons, people were writing 10 offers on one home. Now homes are sitting on the market 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 days here in Orange County. And with that, you don't have competition, so you don't feel pressured into a home, so you can negotiate better, and you also have more choices to choose from. It's really just the perfect blend for buyers. And number 5 is the overall economic uncertainty. Now, it seems like that would be a bad thing, but the good thing is the people who, I always like to quote the Warren Buffett quote, when people are greedy, be fearful, when people are fearful, be greedy. Right now, everyone's afraid, but everyone who's into the market, again, 44% of sellers are giving concessions. Those buyers are stoked. People are getting assumable mortgages. Those buyers are stoked. Buyers are paying their way into 3, 4, 5% interest rates today and not having to wait. They're stoked. So because of all of the economic uncertainty, we have a low buy demand and a higher homes for sale. So it's just supply and demand. And because of that, you can negotiate fantastic in today's market. And right now, there's just so much opportunity for the buyers who are in the market. So what's the takeaway? Right now, we have some of the best conditions for buyers within years. 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, people were bidding over the list price and everyone was clamoring to buy a home. And it was really one of the worst times to buy because it was just, you had no leverage. Now you have leverage and no one really knows it and people are afraid. So if you can act on it, the possibilities are endless. But that pretty much sums up the video. Make sure you subscribe because I release videos just like this one every single Friday detailing the benefits of home ownership and how to buy a home. So make sure you don't miss out on that. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. We'll talk soon.